What a game of rugby league, man. Holy crap. Panthers and Sharks put on a NRL Las Vegas classic. Panthers 28, Sharks 22. What a game of footy. What a way to end NRL Vegas. Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new around here, do not forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. If you're a regular viewer and you're watching, thank you very much. If you're a new subscriber and a new follower of the channel, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. What a game, man. Panthers and the Sharks. Two teams that a lot of us are expecting to be in the top four come season's end. Potential finals matchup, potential grand final matchup. Who the hell knows? But what a game, man. Panthers and the Sharks. Really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this game. I want to say hello to the live chat. Hello to Josh. Hello to Bosky, SS Storm fan. Hello to Daniel Bates, Jason Reeder, Tom Mitchell. Ali is in the live chat. Everyone that's rolling in. Hope you guys are all doing well. I think we learned a lot about the Sharks and the Panthers tonight. I think we learned a lot from both teams. I think when it comes to Penrith, you can't doubt them. You just can't doubt them. They've won 4 grand finals in a row for a reason. They know how to get the job done. They have this next man up mentality where if they lose a player early in the game, like Casey McLean to a HIA, which he failed, and they can put someone on the wing and do a job, and they can still get on with the job. They don't have to worry about plays out of position because they just know how to get the job done. They're the Panthers. They're proven winners, man. They're a very good side, man. As for the Sharks, what I learned about the Sharks is I think they are a threat to Penrith. I think they are. They competed with Penrith. They gave them a game. But I think what the Sharks lacked in this contest was in the first 25 minutes, they were very aggressive. And then they let their guard down a little bit. Penrith got a try and they got a bit of momentum. And then obviously in the second half, they got out to a bit of a lead. And then the Sharks fought their way back. But it's very hard to run down 24-10 when you're playing the Panthers. Coming back from 14 points is not easy, especially against the Panthers. A hell of a team. All right, let's get into the review, shall we? Panthers versus Sharks. I really enjoyed this game, man. Definitely the best game of the day. And if you go back to last year's Vegas, this is better than last year as well. A lot better. This was a great, great game of footy. 5 tries to 4 in favour of Penrith over the Sharks. The tries were for the Panthers, Isaiah Yeo, Isaac Tago, Dane Laurie on the wing, who replaced Casey McLean because he failed in HIA. Paul Alamotti got one on the wing, and Dane Laurie obviously got one late in the game. And for the Sharks, tries to Jesse Ramian, Budderton Nakora, Kayla Iro, and Adam Fanua-Blake. So, very good stuff there. I thought the first 20 to 25 minutes, the Sharks were the better team. They were on top. They scored the first try of the game for Jesse Ramian. They looked really good early on. Thought they were the better team. And then I think some of the forwards copped I think some of the forwards suffered a bit of fatigue around the 25th, 30th minute mark where we saw Isaiah Yeo score under the post. So a bit of fatigue there for the Sharks at that stage. Penrith found a bit of momentum. I think they went out to 6-4, and then the Sharks kicked off out on the full, and then Tago scored a try off a nice Nathan Cleary kick. So the Panthers had a lot of momentum going into halftime, up 12 points to 4. But then Braden Trindle went so deep into the line, put a really nice grubber kick in for Britt Nakora to score with about 3 minutes before halftime. Absolutely needed that, the Sharks. If they didn't score that try before halftime and it remained 12-4, we could have seen the Panthers win this game by a lot more than 6 points because the Sharks needed something before halftime and they found points through Nakora. So we go to halftime. It's 12-10 in favour of Penrith. I thought the Sharks were the better team for most of the first half, but the Panthers, they had a good 10-minute period where they got themselves in front and they looked really comfortable. So the Sharks did very well to sort of contain the Panthers' momentum because they were on a roll, the Panthers. They were looking good. Second half begins. Obviously, the Panthers, they again, a bit like in the first half because obviously Yo scored the 26th minute, Tago 28th minute, and once again, the Panthers, they scored 2 tries in quick periods. Dane Laurie on the wing, 48th minute, and then Paul Alamotti, 53rd minute. So 2 tries in 5 minutes. They did that twice in this game. So they get out to a 24-10 lead. And I thought to myself, well, it's going to be very hard for the Sharks to come back from this. 24-10 against the Panthers, not going to be easy. But they found a nice try, a beautiful ball from Braden Trindle to Kayla Ero. A very nice ball. 24-16, Panthers still in front. Sharks are still a sniff, but they need to be next to score. And then who steps up? The guy they pay a shitload of money for, Adam Fanua-Blake, barges his way over a couple of Panthers players and scores a great try for the Sharks on debut. Big Adam Fanua-Blake. He loves a try, man. He loves a try. He's a try-scoring front rower. He gets over. It's 24-22. Game on. Absolutely game on. There was a fantastic opportunity for the Sharks to potentially score. Obviously, it didn't happen. And then I think the Sharks were on the attack. They were about 5 meters away. There was one play there where I think Talakai was a meter from the line. And then I think it might have been McInnes. And then there was a knock-on. There was a knock-on from – it looked like I think the Sharks knocked it back. I thought the Panthers knocked the ball on. And then they ran up the field. And I didn't agree with the decision whatsoever. Dane Laurie ends up scoring in the corner. Everyone thinks the game's over. Cleary misses the conversion from the sideline. It's 28-22. Then get this, with about 3 minutes to go. Sharks go short kickoff. They tap it back. They get the ball. They go down the right-hand side. Jesse Ramian almost gets to the try line, and he ends up getting held up short. But here's what I want to talk about. Dylan Edwards' effort here was unbelievable. There was a play where it was 28-22. The Sharks were very close to the try line. Dylan Edwards saved the day, getting underneath the ball. I think it might have been on Fanua-Blake. And then Dylan Edwards somehow gets up from dummy half at marker, gets all the way to the wing, and Jesse Ramian, if Dylan Edwards doesn't get there, Jesse Ramian, I believe, would have scored the try. Edwards gets underneath Ramian, and Ramian ends up short of the line, held up, and it's an absolute try saver, man. Absolute try saver. And then Panthers got down the other end, and then the Sharks had to go 80 meters. They kick it, ends up with the Panthers, and that ends up being the ball game. The Panthers win 28-22. What a classic game. NRL in Vegas. This was fantastic. I know some of the games earlier in the day weren't great. I know the Raiders-Warriors game was disappointing. I know the Jillaroos game was an absolute bloodbath. Wigan and Warrington wasn't the game that we thought it would be, but this game right here, the main event, the blockbuster game, the game that was hyped up the most for Vegas, was an absolute cracker. Really enjoyed Panthers and Sharks. I think the Panthers deserve the win, but the Sharks, I don't think they can be, like, obviously they'll be upset they lost the game, right? Like, they won't be happy, but I think the Sharks can take a lot of good things from this result. I really do. Now, a couple of standout players. I thought Jesse Ramian for the Sharks had a really good game. I thought Britt Nakora was really good. I thought Kayla Ero was good. T. Wilton ran some good lines. Braden Trindle had a very good game. I believe Trindle played better than Hines. That's just me. Feel like he was more in the contest. I thought McInnes, Talakai were very good. I thought Brayley was good at dummy half. Will Kennedy was a warrior. I'm not sure what happened to Ronaldo Mulatalo. He had a really disappointing game. Samuel Stone Street was a bit quiet. Didn't get a lot of opportunities in this game. And yeah, look, I thought the Sharks were good, but they just weren't good enough to get the job done. Now, for the Panthers, they had a lot of really good players in themselves. Like you look at it, Dylan Edwards, absolute workhorse, as he always is. I thought Isaac Tago was really strong. Alamotti had a good game. Thought Luke Garner was decent in the centers. I wouldn't say he was fantastic, but he was decent. Nathan Cleary was really strong. Jack Cole, I thought he was a little bit quiet. Could have done a lot more. Lindsay Smith and Moses Leota as a front row pairing definitely played well. Liam Martin was a real dog. He was solid as out there. Isaiah Yeo, outstanding. Probably my player of the game, to be honest with you. Isaiah Yeo was terrific. Isaiah Papali'i was good. Now, I'm glad he's okay because Isaiah Papali'i went off and he was bleeding out the mouth. I thought he had a broken jaw, but apparently it was just a split lip and there was too much blood to stay on the field. So I'm glad Papali'i is okay. Thought Matt Eisenhuth had some really good carries off the bench. He played really solid. Like I said, Dane Laurie on the wing looked really good out there as well. A good win for the Panthers. A good win. Now, a couple of things I want to mention. A couple of players that deserve raps. Blake Brayley, 60 tackles. Blake Brayley was a workhorse in this game. 60 tackles. Mitch Kenny had 48 for Penrith. So both hookers were absolute workhorses. Dylan Edwards had 209 metres. Adam Fanua-Blake, 190 metres on debut for the Sharks. He was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic. Can't deny it. Overall, really enjoyed the contest. Thought it was a great game of footy. Panthers deserved the win, but the Sharks will be okay. I think the Sharks they'll be okay. My top three players on ground from the contest. I'm going to go number 3, Nathan Cleary. Number 2, Adam Fanua-Blake. And number 1, my player of the game. I'm going to give it to Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah Yeo is my player of the game, man of the match. Thought he was best player on the field. Looked terrific. So I'm going to give Yeo the player of the game. Anyway, guys, that will wrap up the review. Thank you all for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you haven't checked out the Raiders Warriors review, make sure you check it out. I did a live stream on that one earlier today. And thank you for watching the Panthers and Sharks review. Anyway, I might do a video on Monday. We'll see how we go. If not, then I'll be back on Tuesday for the round 1 tips for the rest of the round. Anyway, guys, have a good one. See you in the next one. Hit the outro. Have a good one.